Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. We are here today to do a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of October 2017. We are working with two decks today, The Legacy of the Divine by Cyril Marchetti, as well as the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed for our guidance oracle card. So let's go ahead and get started then with this reading for Scorpio for the month of October. Calling on Spirit, the Divine, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Scorpio. Asking for wisdom, clarity, and vision as we look at the energy surrounding Scorpio in the month of October 2017, giving thanks to all that is for the perfection that is this life, acknowledging that only love is real as we look at this energy for the month of October for the sign of Scorpio. I am doing a Celtic cross for the month of October. And if you would like more clarity around your reading for this month, take a look at your rising sign or your moon sign to assist you with that. All right, so Scorpio, we are looking at the energy for the month of October for the sign of Scorpio. All right, and that feels good for Scorpio. And let's take a look at your cards. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we do have the Page of Swords. This page is a very youthful energy. This page also comes in with information, information that will assist you in the month of October with how you're thinking, how your mind is processing information as it comes in. So this page is indicating here that for the sign of Scorpio, there is this potential for information, knowledge, data to come in that will help you in the month of October. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of your cards to see exactly if we can see exactly how this will line up for Scorpio in October. So at the very heart of the matter, all right, we have the Two of Coins coming up in the reverse here. So this Two of Coins is all about the need to analyze things, the need to make a decision or a choice as it relates to perhaps your money. This is a coins card, so this decision may be in regards to your money. Now it is coming up in the reverse, and so for me that really signifies that this decision, there could be some kickback or some static around this decision. And let's go ahead and take a look at what's crossing you here. We do have the Hanging Man is crossing you. Now, the Hanging Man is all about the need to surrender. Okay, so this decision that's at the heart of the matter for you. And I'm picking up that it's in relation to physical things, money, material, but it could very well be some other decision that you're struggling to make in the month of October. And the what's crossing you here again is the need to surrender, the need to let go of having to have things in any particular type of way, right? The need to have a particular outcome in order for you to be okay. Because the truth is, you'll be okay with or without that outcome. And I know that that may seem like, how do I know that, that you're going to be okay if you don't get what it is you're been working very hard for. And I know that because our well-being is not tied to what's happening out in the world. Our well-being is a God-given gift. It is ours without effort, without trying, without doing anything. It's just a natural gift that's given to us. So the advice from Spirit is to surrender here on this decision. Now, what's beneath you, what's really getting you through is this need. This is the rest card. This is the Four of Swords coming up in the reverse. When I see the Four of Swords in the reverse, and I know I just mentioned the need to surrender. Now here, there's this potential for you to want to get up, to want to do things, take action, if you will, on things that really are out of your control, is what I'm feeling to say here. So there's this again, this is coming in as a surrender card as well for me. The Four Swords again is about resting and it's in the reverse. So I'm not getting the indication here that it means the opposite of resting, right? Many times when I see a card in the reverse, I will get the immediate impression that it is the exact opposite of what it means in the upright. And I'm not picking that up here off of this Four of Swords in the reverse. I'm feeling that without this rest, right? Without this surrender, if there's no resting from the efforting that you've been doing in order to make something happen, then there could very well be this sense of, this sense that, things are not okay. Things are not working out in my favor if I'm not doing something to make it happen. All right. So again, not picking up that this is a reversal of the rest card. This feels more to me like more of this surrender, more of the need to let go. All right. So what's over you here is the Three of Cups coming up in the reverse. Now, and this is at the top of your mind. This is what's really pressing in for Scorpio in the month of October. This Three of Cups is really a social celebration card. It's a card of really enjoying the fruits of your labor, if you will. Again, it's coming up in the reverse. So it does, I do get the impression here that at the top of your mind in the month of October, there's this sense that, again, I'm not winning. I'm not making the progress that I had hoped for, that I had worked hard to make the progress. And this is just an impression, right? You're judging the circumstance I mean, you're judging your situation based solely on what you see right in front of you, instead of more of a big picture projection, more of seeing. My mom used to always say, you know, you're looking at the hole in the donut instead of the whole donut. So to pull your focus out, to surrender, to allow, and to not judge your situation quite so harshly. All right, so at the in your recent past, you do have the Ace of Cups coming up in the upright. So there has been this, you have developed this ability to manage your emotions, to manage how you're reacting to things as they occur to you. So this ability that you've developed will be very helpful for you in this current energy going into the month of October. Again, especially with the Three of Cups coming up in the reverse, and as well as the Two of Coins coming up in the reverse. So the need to make decisions, and perhaps those decisions not panning out the way that you had originally hoped or exactly as you had hoped, your ability to respond to that situation versus reacting is really going to be top notch in the month of October. So do take advantage of that particular energy that'll be available to you. Here we have the Chariot, which is a major arcana, coming up in the reverse in your very near future, which is in relation here to the Three of Cups in the reverse. So here we have a celebration that is not going as planned, or you're not celebrating when you thought you'd be celebrating. Here we also have the Chariot, which is an action oriented. The Chariot is also a sign of victory. So this Three of Cups in the reverse and this Chariot in the reverse, which are both surrounding, both above you and in front of you, both, that's an indication to me again that however you're hoping things will go in whatever situation you're faced with in October, there's this energy surrounding this decision that you'll need to make that is I don't want to say that this energy is like you're going to lose, or you're going to not win or not get what you're wanting to. It's what I'm feeling more of is it simply won't look the way you had anticipated, which is why there's a need to surrender, which is why there's a need to let go and allow of what I was picking up here with the Four of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Hanging Man crossing you here. There is absolutely this need to allow things to manifest as they will, or how they will. There's so much that we put into making things or trying to make things different than what they really are, when at the end of the day we really don't have a clue what's in our best interest. There's no way for us to measure every possible scenario, and every possible outcome, and how every possible person will be affected by the decisions that we make. There's no way for us to know what's in our highest and best good. So again, the advice from Spirit is to surrender here. All right, so let's move on then to how you're seeing yourself. Now, we have the Ten of Coins coming up in the reverse here. The Ten of Coins is a card of success. It's a card of completion. It's a card of plenty. As we can see here on this card, there are lots of gold coins and keys and flowers. This is really an indication that things are going well. Now, I do have this coming up in the reverse, and this is how you're seeing yourself. So you're not seeing yourself as this really lucrative individual. You're not getting, you may not be reacting and in the world, or showing up in the world as if you believe that you have everything that you need to get the job done. So this is just a perception here. This is not a fact. This is not actuality. This is how you see yourself. So the only person who can change the way you see yourself is you. So again, surrender these ideas about what's possible for you and what's best for you, and allow what's actually showing up for you. So next up, we have your environment. We also have the Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse. Now, this Seven of Cups is all about clarity. So there is this ability to be very clear. I'm drawn back to the Ace of Cups here in your recent past. Your ability to be very emotionally stable when the situation is not so stable, right? So not only do you have that working in your favor, you also have this sense of clarity. This Seven of Cups, as you can see, there's a lot of different choices to be made. And this clarity will also assist you here with this decision. As I mentioned, as you're at the heart of the matter, there's some sort of decision that's hanging in the balance for the sign of Scorpio in the month of October. Rely on this clarity that's coming in for you in your environment around you and available to you. Rely on that, call on that, and allow that clarity to come in and assist you with making decisions that may seem overwhelming or daunting to you in some way. Okay, so next up we have the Death card, and that's also coming up in the reverse. This card is your hopes and fears. So you're hoping for a change. You're hoping that something in your immediate environment changes, whether that be you, your spouse, your lover, your friend, your kids. Something needs, or you're hoping, I'm not going to say that something needs to change, because everything is perfect. There's nothing that's out of order in all of the universe. It's the natural laws of the universe. So, but you're hoping for some change here in some area of your life. You're hoping to be able to transform some area or transform, I'm feeling to say someone, but I'm knowing as I utter those words that that's impossible to change anyone. The only one that you'll ever be able to change is yourself. You can certainly influence other people. You can certainly offer your advice. You can certainly offer your kind words or encouragement. But at the end of the day, it's up to the individual whether or not they want to do anything different than what they're doing currently. So yeah, the Death card is coming up in the reverse in your hopes and fears. So you're hoping that this change. You're hoping that this change goes off very smoothly. You're hoping that it turns into what you're hoping for. But again, here we have surrender. We can hope for the best. There's this saying, something about hope for the best and plan for the worst, or something to that effect. But, the best place to be is in a place of being surrendered and being in a position where you're allowing life to be lived through you, right? Instead of things happening to you, there's in a surrendered way, there's a way of allowing life to simply flow through, to have its way, and to have you remain as unchanged and as, emotionally strong as you possibly can be through the process. All right, so your final outcome card is the Temperance card, another major arcana that we have showing up here. Now, this Temperance card is all about being patient, right? And isn't that really what we've been talking about here? Not having things going your way, or the perception that things are not going your way. Temperance is reminding you that, all is well. That, the more patient, the more surrendered you are, the more happy you will be with your life and with other people. So this Temperance card comes in as your final outcome card, to kind of restate what we've been saying here throughout your reading today. And that is to simply surrender, to allow, to be as focused and grounded in this present moment as you possibly can be. All right, so that does conclude the reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of October. So let's go ahead and close out your reading now with a guidance card from the wisdom. Oh wow, we have cards just flipping out here for Scorpio. Let me go ahead and center the deck for a moment. All right, so from the wisdom of the oracle, we do have, we're asking for one additional guidance card for the sign of Scorpio to close out the reading. We give thanks to all that is for the perfection that is this life, as we look to close, as we look for one additional card for the sign of Scorpio for the month of October. One additional guidance card for the sign of Scorpio for the month of October. Giving thanks in it. Oh my goodness. Giving thanks in advance. Wow. Scorpio, your guidance cards are really like going crazy. All right, let's see if we can get it together here well enough to get you a guidance card out of here. Either they're very anxious to speak, or I don't know. Let's see what we have. Scorpio, October 2017. All right. So for Scorpio, new life. You got new life this time. And I think it's great. I think that it is really indicative of what's possible for Scorpios in the month of October. There's this potential for you to see life differently, to show up in life differently. And as the very famous Dr. Wayne Dwyer used to say, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So changing your perspective absolutely has the potential to give you a new lease on life, regardless to what's showing up for you throughout the month of October. You're always free and clear to have a very calm and loving experience, regardless to what shows up. All right, so that does conclude the reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of October. I do wish you a very good month of October, and I look forward to seeing you back here in November. Namaste.